Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn. In the last part, we did the 2.5 story, separate from 2.55. And now it's time to do the 2.5 dungeons. Not easy, being green. Good day to you, my wayfaring friend. Say, you wouldn't happen to be the woman who slew the Tumberry King, would you? Yeah. I knew it! By the onion! I have a fine gent for you. Looking for you, that is. He has an appetizing proposal on the table, and I think you should pay him a visit. He is one of the treasure hunters at Camp Bronze Lake. Oh, and he will, of course, be there with his partner. The two are inseparable, but I'll let them tell you more themselves. Well, off to Lunacia with you. I'm trying to bite my tongue. What the heck? For keep's sake! A wayfarer like you must be privy to all manner of tales, yes? So tell me, what do you know of the adventurers who purged the cultists from the ruins of Amdapor Keep? Yeah, it was me. What? It was you who did the deed? Then you are just the person I've been seeking. There's a man I would have you lend your ear to, a hero known as Addiston. He dwells in Camp Tranquil, from where he surveys the Twelveswood. Of late, he has sensed dark stirrings in Amdapor Keep and would speak with one who has braved the ruins already. I shall put no more words in Brother Addiston's mouth. Pray attend him in the South Shroud, and if you give him my name as proof of your intent, he will not withhold a single detail of what he has observed. Alright, so let's go to Camp Bronze Lake first. Hello there, the wandering treasure hunter. Blozen sent you our way, you say? Well, I'll be thrust damned. It's you, I, the heroic lady what lopped off the Tumberry King's head. Do you remember us? We was a pair around the entrance to the Wanderer's Palace. Saw you right for that bleeding Tumberry stabbed us. Wasn't we stabbed, love? Indeed we were. 'Twas a most unpleasant now adventure. You are here to do something we would prefer not to do ourselves. Venture into Wanderer's Palace again! Best we start at the beginning, eh? Like I was saying, we was acting away at little Tumber's when the big one snuck up behind us. Well, we tried to fight it off, but it got the best of us. Never been in worse shape, just lying there, bleeding. As I thought we weren't long for the realm, but just as I was thinking the me last words, lo and behold, the Tumberries we'd been having it out with started treating us. Nursed us right back to health, they did. And that's when we learned the truth about the Tumbies. See, they was only menacing folk because of a curse that you lifted when you slew the Tumberry King. And art that a lighter ain't common twice as kindly again? Why, it was a bright pleasure having them take care of us for a fair spell. It's a pity those peaceful days didn't last. A band of Mommel-Jaw, what call themselves the Silver Scales, came storming into the place. They say they're mercenaries, but they're nothing but the scum of the bleeding realm. The howling, the blood, and so many dead. As if that weren't enough, the surviving Tumberries were locked away deep in the ruins. Why in the name of the 12 do they deserve such a fate, I ask you? We had grown rather fond of the Tumberries while living amongst them. They have good hearts, no matter how odd their appearance. None of that should matter anyway. This fellow is here and I'm Mikote. We are lesser a couple for a difference? I should think not. My heart goes out to the Tumberries, truly. To be so betrayed, so ill-treated, and locked away in some horror dungeon, and by one's own people, no less. My dearest and I know their pain all too well. We both had to leave our birthplace. Why, you ask? Simply because we were different. No, we will not say idly and by let the Tumberries be subjected to such terrible treatment. Well said, love. But much as we like to give the Silver Scales the bit ourselves, we can't stand up to a cartload of Mommel-Jaw. So please, say you'll do it in our place. The Wanderer's Palace is the only home the Tumberries have got. Now you have to speak with a Bazi-Tarazi to the ride in his boat across the lake, or what's it now? Bon voyage? Alright, let's go find a Bazi-Tarazi again. Great, he is over on this side. Barely sneak into that fate there. Come on that treasure hunter's errand, have you? Well, I'll have you across the lake, but be warned. The palace you're making for is held by the Silver Scales, and their leader's the most fearsome of the lot. Now, the Tumblers aren't friends of mine, but even I think the way the Mama Job have them imprisoned is wrong. Capturing them, turning them into thralls. Go and give those sellswords hell. Wanderer's Palace Heart is now accessible. So yeah, the last batch of dungeons for Realm Reborn are indeed the hard modes of the first dungeons at the end game. Yay! So let's go ahead and queue this up. Always the healer. Always the healer. So, Wanderer's Palace hard. Last time we were fighting the Tumblers, this time we're helping them, as they kind of explained, but, you know. So, my phone probably muted. So yeah, we can see the Mummlejaw kind of harassing the Tunberries here. Toss on our Fist of Fire and catch up with the tank who kind of ran off. No more! Thank you! So we don't actually face Mummlejaw themselves very much, if you think about it. Like, I don't know, they're just not really around as much. I mean, they are kind of in this area, but, you know. Start AoE here for a little bit before things die. Get basic pulls. I should probably be able to see chat. Man, my stacks. So, no beetles this time to have to deal with, just helping some Tumberries and Mummlejaw. So that's where that chest was in the original, where if you ran up to it, you'd get beetles. No chests there now. We do have to clear the stuff to get the gate open. It didn't sound like I was the only one who accidentally AoE'd there. I think I heard one from the samurai. Alright, and another gate we have to crack open. Whew, save the stacks. Always feels good to save the stacks. Should be approaching our first boss here. Yep, so this time, instead of a big thing that wants to eat us, it's a big thing that wants to stab us. We've got Fermia's Coheal Jaw. So Mummlejaw were actually an enemy that were much more prevalent in Final Fantasy XI. They were essentially one of the beast tribes there. So, run! No one can quench Firelit Spear. So yeah, it's going to be throwing these sacred spears into the ground, and you destroy them, otherwise bad things happen. Of course, unfortunately, this makes it turn around a bunch. And it's also just going to singularly target people with spears. It's not going to, which won't actually put them in the ground, but it'll still do a little bit of damage. Burn! I don't wanna. So this time, there's going to be 2 thrown in. I guess I'll do an attack while I'm passing by the enemy. The boss there. Nope. I think that was on me. I think I was there, but yeah, well. Anyway, simple attacks to avoid. I think with Burning Memories? Alright. Pretty simple as you take care of the angons that are being thrown in to the ground and around the arena. So, the second part, we need to breach the defensive line. I totally missed the, save the flanking time bearers. So this time you're going to see these sacred standards. You can defeat them, or you could just run the enemies out of them, because it's giving the enemies vulnerability down. And attack up. No, sorry about that noise was someone doing a sound effect from a macro. That's probably going to happen more as I get further and further into, well, at least the present end game when I'm recording this. I don't know when this is going up. This is so far in advance. Let's just say I'm recording this and I still haven't, like, uploaded Sasasha yet. Original Sasasha. So, I'm a little bit ahead. So yeah, you just want to brawl the enemies out of these sacred standards. It's very important that you pay attention to these standards because it's kind of teaching you a layer mechanic. So we're in this room where we had to hit all those switches before, except now we're on the lower area. We've got a combat Weaver. And waiting for the enemies to show up here so I can start attacking. Continue on pulling. Yeah, you absolutely want to take the enemies out because you do almost no damage otherwise if the enemies are in the area of the standard. And again, this is very important, and that was the tank using their oh shit button for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, they have macros that they do chat text with, I guess. Or party chat. Like, so, I'm not exactly a fan of that. Like, I did it in FF11 because it was very important. Like, you actually had casting times and whatever you need people to get near you or whatever in time. And you had to, like, let people know you were doing certain things. And, yeah, I don't see it as needed in this game. I don't know, like, I mean, it's gonna be handy for, like, when you're raising someone, so you can be like, hey, yeah, I'm raising them, even then I'm just like, I don't know. I just don't like macros that put stuff into party chat. I've had people that, like, oh my gosh, I had to report them for this, but, like, they were completely spamming. So, this boss is going to be doing little things on the ground which provide buffs or debuffs depending on which one. So the green ones mean damage up. The one that the samurai went into there was a fire resistance down. Oh, that's a green one. That's not a green one. I can't see another green one. Oh, I hit a frog. Ribbit. Ribbit, 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 ribbit. Hi, I'm back. Yeah, so when you're a frog, you can't do, like, anything except jump and say ribbit. So actually, that's incorrect, because most frogs don't actually say ribbit. Most say croak. And yet, they're always persuaded saying ribbit. So, we want some damage up for us. Last 20 seconds. Trying to avoid this purple one that's right next to me. Oh, looks like the samurai hit a ribbit one, a croak one, and healer hit the fire, or one that did heavy. Heavy, yeah, heavy. No, not twin snakes. So now we're gonna start seeing some, like, broken walls because, well, our old path that we used before is no longer there. And we need to free some sunberries. Namely, you can see on the side there, it even says, free imprisoned sunberries. So we should probably do that. Which you can see them right in these asylum cells. I believe at least some of these used to have treasure chests. I don't know if they still do or not. just one of those, like, changes I don't know. So I dropped a key. Oh, yep, there is a Tomberry in here, so let's let him out! He's asking to be let out. So once you free them all, they will open up our path forward. So yeah, you can see there's nothing else around, and a hidden door slides open. Will be a few steps behind you, or something like that. So we've got some pollen debuff on the ground here. So this enemy actually will not move, so hopefully this thing will let me get behind it. The Samurai does not have any attacks that do positionals yet. They get them after level 50, but they don't start with them. Alright, and then we can then see a drainage valve once we kill that. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit it. Because the tank was, or someone was trying to run ahead, and it's like, not yet. We've got some fodder here, Wibra fodder, and if we continue on, we'll find a gate to crack open. I should have made a friend. Stopped to pass something, so I got out of range of it. And you can see we're almost at the end, so yeah, I've seen people like try and completely ignore that slime. Obviously you can't, it doesn't move from its spot, and you have to kill it, and that falling can be really painful if you stay in it too long. Alright, let's hope the tank does not pull the usual thing of let's run ahead while someone's in the cutscene! Yay! So of course, our final enemy here is a Mammaljaw, and they of course pulled it. I missed what they were saying. We smashed them, brother! Into pup! Yes, into pup! So, this is why I was saying pay attention to the standards, because the final boss is going to be dropping them, and obviously you don't want them in because they're going to do the same thing. However, that's not the only one that they drop. Sick ones make sickness, brother. Badly they will ache. So this actually is a model, enemy model from FF11. This is one of the, I guess, Mammaljaw leaders, if I remember right. I'm doomed! So, that kind of doom requires the full HP healing. This is a mechanic that will definitely be used a lot more in the future. You need to get their HP up to full in order to clear it. So you'll notice this one is a sacred idol. You need to actually kill this one, because otherwise it's going to have a tether buff onto the boss. So you definitely need to make sure you kill that. And also running lines. I'll admit the top of you if you're subjected to the gas that I probably got hit by when I had that. And come on, go up before. Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's definitely one of the leader models from FF11. Some bears are like, nope! We've had it with you! Stab! 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 Oh, the person that was gonna come in's left, so, well, no one's getting commendations. Ha! Now, teach ya! Yep. Alright. Let's return back to the treasure hunter. have you swept the sellswords out of the place? Ha! That's a splendid lass. Our thanks to you for saving our tumbies, honest. Allow me to add my thanks to his, miss. You have our gratitude on behalf of the Tumberries as well. I think they truly deserve succor. Can you imagine losing your entire being to hatred? No wonder the Tumberries became monsters. Neither of us are strangers to hate, growing more spiteful with each passing day, sadly the province of those who are shunned by all around them. Your malice will turn us all to monsters, a Tumberry told me as much one day. It gave me pause to think of wandering for ages with a heart ruled by rancor. Aye, the Tumberries have known more than their fair share of hard times, so from here on out, we want to make sure that where they live stays a sanctuary. Fortunately, while there's ventures like yourself about to knock invaders out, we won't have to fear for the Tumbies. Now, we're off for a ride over the Union. Good fortune to you, friend. Bye! Can I have my reward before you leave? My 2,000 gil? Thanks. Alright, alright. Let us head to Camp Tranquil. Yeah, that's Addison. Okay. Stupid tent was in the way. Yes, I'm Addison. Whenever listening to the shroud, pray tell, why have you sought me out? Well, you see, I'm the one who helped Amdapor Keep before. You're here at Lorian's urging? Good heavens, the elementals smile upon me, sending one of the brave souls who smoked the cultists within Amdapor Keep. Well met, my friend. I am here at Runestena's behest to investigate the keep. You're here because of my findings. Terrible things fester within those ruins, and someone must destroy them. Yes, even though the Lambs of Dalmud and their dealings with the Void Scent plague us no longer, the felt presence hanging over the place grows stronger by the day. Wood Whalers ventured into the keep to find the cause. The reports were chilling. Someone has completed the cultist rituals, and some of the most ghastly of Void Scent. One of them reigns a leader, peerless in mind and malice. You must fell this Void Scent Lord, and so dispel the fountains hanging over the ruins. Maxine guards the gates of Amdapor Keep. I shall alert her to your coming. Now go, my friend. May the elementals guide you to victory. So basically, oh look, we got rid of the cultists. Bye! Void Scent, everything will be summoned! Yay! Yay! Everyone's favorite thing! Maybe. Maybe. Hello, Maxine. What brings you back to this tainted place, adventure? Ah, so you are the one who has answered Brother Addison's call to enter the ruins. I warn you, though, the keep has never been more perilous. The evil that dwells within has warped the forest life, turning woodland animals to brutish beasts. The place is feral. Our only hope is to slay the Void Scent in the heart of the castle. If we do not, well, I pray that the elementals guide your way through the keep adventure and your victory brings peace to the forest. Amdapor Keep is now accessible. Amdapor Keep hard. Sorry. Hard. Very important thing to add in. Hey, I did them in the right order. Sweet. Always the healer. Just need that other DPS to respond. And let's do this. I should probably just get one macro. Hey, I want to watch the cutscenes. Or I am watching the cutscenes. You're not stopping me. Please don't pull the boss. Oh, it's just some little beasties. What's the problem? Oh, that doesn't look so friendly. It seems to be blocking away. Alright, so make sure that's not this fire. I have issues with my mouse again. So yeah, we're gonna have some stuff blocking your way, and these hedgerow archers are not gonna be leaving where they are sitting. So we are going to have to kill them where they sit. And they are gonna be spawning these leaf miners as we take longer to kill them. I have positional? Doesn't look like. I don't see an arrow at the front. Got those leaf miners, and simple enough, simple enough. AoE, because it's a little easier to do here. Oh, okay, never mind. These aren't as friendly as they look. So there's going to be some vines in this hallway. They are going to be slamming down, like so. And I believe it was Hollyheart, where as stuff slammed down like that, it hit whatever got hit by him with vulnerability up, like so. Yeah, that was fun. So ideally, what you can do is not pull everything all the way down here. You can just go ahead and you know, kind of leave the initial pull under those vines, and then they'll just die a little bit more fast, or a little bit more quickly, a little bit more fast. English. And more leaf miners. So, 2 simple enough pulls. And we're at a not so simple enough boss. Honestly, I really don't like this boss. This boss is very easy to wipe to, honestly. Like, just one person completely messes up and it's just, you're in a complete world of hurt. So you're gonna see these foreboding statues. You'll notice that they are targetable. We are going to want to ignore them. You do not want to hit them. You do not want to keep the boss near them. And you also see these markers going off on people. When you get that marker, you do want to run behind the statue. You have to stay back there, because you'll notice it'll be hitting that statue with an attack like so. Ow. Gosh dang it. I accidentally clicked the wrong thing. Namely, I accidentally clicked down on the mouse. Ah! So yeah, that's kind of the sort of thing you're going to have to deal with here. And also, we got Hall of Sorrow, which is going to be a targeted little area attack from someone. Oh, I got hit by the basic cleave attack, and that's why you don't want to really be tanking it near the or near those statues, because you need those statues. If you get hit by that tether, then things are really painful. Stand back here. Ow, ow, ow. Gosh dang it. They would survive longer. But yeah, so as long as you don't completely mess up and you don't do what I did there, that boss is not bad, but yeah, like that infirmary debuff it was giving me, it makes you heal for less. Yeah, like any healing effect does less healing, so yeah, it can get really messy. To say the healer gets that and then they die, well, obviously, healer dying in general is really bad. We do have a thing here. I don't know. Oh, it does move. Back up, kind of stuck behind the demonic rose. Oh, this is a little sketchy. So, instead of the Ochus, this time we are going to have these naughty treants. And you also see the vines are back. So, ideally, what you do is you do this kind of a pull. You pull the enemies under the vines there so that the vulnerability up effect hits them. Now, of course, the treant will not move, so you're kind of stuck fighting it here. And yeah, simple enough. I'm definitely going to be hitting the macro at the end boss. Ooh, stack save. So let's just repeat that once more. So these foxgloves, these little flower shooting things, if you don't run up to them, they will still aggro essentially onto you. And yeah, they're just gonna be shooting at you basically with some area attacks. I appear to have a friend. I also appear to have gotten hit by a vine that's back there. So, there are some in these ruins from our Compass, enemies we saw in, what was it, Lost City? I think we saw them in Lost City before. right. Clear to go up there. On this? No, you cannot. I tried. So there are more vines, of course, and yeah, it is nice to pull the enemies on their own just because it does make them die faster. Yep. I got distracted and didn't notice the things for that. So this dungeon is just full of fun bosses. So this is the boogeyman! Be afraid of the boogeyman. Stack saved! So it's going to be just hitting random people stuff, and then it's also going to go invisible like so, which means we have to hit this luminescence over here. And by hitting this luminescence, it will give us this irradiated effect, and you need to you can kind of see where the boss is, and you need to follow it to get, so that when your irradiated effect wears off, you are near the boss, and yeah, so now there's also going to be some ads. And it's also going to be spawning a doppelganger. So now there's 2 boogeyman's. And now they're both going to go invincible. So let's just repeat that again. Except now we have to either try and get them both uninvincible or uninvisible, or, you know... I'm following this one. No. Be looking away, even though I'm in there. Oh, the spontaneous combustion that the ads are doing is giving us a bleed effect. Unfortunately. Alright, let's take care of the second boogeyman. Yeah, that's another fight that can just go south really, really fast. Especially if you don't take care of the ads. Or, you know, you miss with your de-invisibling, and yeah, it's just... ugh. Alright, I definitely should hit macro, I think, because I have this feeling that this boss is going, or that this tank is going to be, yeah, so, this part, do you remember the demon wall? The boss, the second boss of the original Amdapor Keep? Well, it's sort of back. We are on a time limit to get through this part here. Yeah, because there are 4 demon walls closing in around us. So you have to initially enable this sort of gauntlet of enemies by examining this middle bit here. And we're going to have multiple waves, and these statues are going to come to life, like, case in point, right there. Oh, I got stunned. Alright. Here's our next one. The other statue coming to life. So this was actually a really tight DPS timer back in the day when this first came out. Like, I heard stories of many, many wipes to this particular part. Because you just, like, people just weren't able to DPS it fast enough. Of course, now we're just so severely over-geared, and yeah, it's a lot easier now. So I believe we have one more set to go, these blood lappers. Then we'll be at our last boss already. Yeah, simple enough. Oh, and once we do that, all of the demon walls vanish and an ethereal flow appears for us to progress to the last boss! Yay! Okay, so this is Ferdiad. Ferdiad's gonna have multitude of attacks. And there's our guest, but you weren't invited. Well, no matter. Something, something, something. You shall have a splendid performance all the same. So let's just go ahead and beat him down. He's going to be targeting people with random things. However, first he's going to be doing this blackout effect. Or blackout attack, which is the big AoE. Which makes him go into the middle and makes him become invincible. So now we need to kill these jesters, because you'll notice that this is a growing attack. And he's gaining an area of influence. So, yeah, you can't do any damage to him right now, even if you're ranged. No, it's a stone skin, but it's just invincibility. Alright. So let's go ahead, charge in. His invincibility is off, so let's just repeat that again. So he just ran up, he just charged up to a person, and it binds them with some death throws with a slime like so. You have to kill that slime so that the whoever got caught can get out. And he's gonna put these little spears off on the edge like so. Just a basic attack. And now he's also doing a black wind, which puts these sights in a specific spot on whoever it randomly decides to target. And I'm like nowhere near that thing. I guess I was near the other one. So now we're just kind of stuck waiting while, you know, he does his attack. He gives you a long time, but obviously you get less and less room to actually move the longer you take. So anyways, proceeding onwards, that's the basics of Vertiad. Nothing really too much to say. Just AoE, finding people, you know, persistent attacks like so. Look, no. Oh. Now we have a Cankerous Gobber. That's gonna take even more hits to take down. I'm gonna wait for a second. I think we can get it. I think we can get there. Maybe. I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting any longer. We're level 57. Oh my gosh. We're almost 60 by the time we're hitting the first expansion. Where the level cap was 60, mind you. Jeez. So, that was Amdapor Keep hard, and we have officially finished all of the dungeons for A Realm Reborn! Yay! I'm gonna commend the tank because they actually waited! Yay! Man, that was the Jack of the Scouting. I want the Jack of the Striking. Oh, I guess the tank might have been you too? Looks like. Because they were watching a cutscene as they exited. Creepy. I got 2 commendations. Okay. That was a slight bit creepy. just exit and there's like nothing bad can come of that, right? I mean, it's an RPG. Creepy cutscenes never mean anything bad. So let's go ahead and report back to Addiston. And, well, like I said, that's all the dungeons for Realm Reborn. Oh my gosh, we did it. We got there. Now we just have to get all the trials. There's a lot more trials left to go, unfortunately, because there's a whole story plot point I have ignored. There's even harder versions of all the primals. I'm glad to see you unharmed, my friend. By Maxine's report, the people of the 12s would owe you many thanks for vanquishing the Void-Sent Lord. Yet, death does leave a question. Who summoned the fiends if not the Lambs of Dalman? My friend, saw you aught within those sinister walls that might provide the answer? Not another living soul, you say? How curious. Could it be that the Summoner quit the keep then? Yes, unless... In your last venture inside, you came upon cultists attempting to summon Void-Sent. This time, did he perchance see their remains upon the ground? Yeah? Ha! Then I know the truth of it. 'Twas no living soul who brought the Void-Sent upon us. No, it was the blood of the Lambs of Dalma, the very same that stains the ground. The dark sigil drawn by the cultists must have been finished, but for a sacrifice, how ironic that their own blood should bring their rites to completion. It was mere coincidence and nothing more. No sinister forces here conspired, no mortals eagerly beckoned Voidsent into our realm. We may put this matter to rest. Save for the Voidsent lord at the heart of the keep. I assumed it was an unthinking brute, but from what you said of its manner, mayhap it had cunning aplenty. Indeed, this fiend could have beguiled the lambs of Dalmud into all of this. If dark forces are able to so lead mortals, then grim days lie ahead of us. But such ill musings do not suit your victory. I shall enjoy this respite from danger, and I hope you shall too. Go well, and rest assured that Arun Senna will learn of your valor this day. Yeah, whatever. Nothing creepy going on here. Nope. So, yeah, that is the end of the Realm Reborn dungeons. Our next dungeons are going to be in Heavensward, which is still a ways away because like I said, I have been ignoring an entire storyline that started back in like 2.2 or something like that. And it's just been getting added on to with every patch. And I'm like, I'm just doing it all at once at the end. So we've still got that, which is going to add, I think, like 4 or 5 more trials. We've still got a trial to go with the story. We've still got all of the primals to fight with their even harder forms. Yeah, there's still a lot of Realm Reborn to go. We're getting there, though. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, our list of recommendations is getting much, much shorter. It's amazing. Like, we can actually see the duty roulettes coming up at the end. Anyways, next time we will go ahead and do a World of Darkness. So wanna, mommy, but I actually literally have to continue the story past a certain point in 2.55. It sucks. I hate World of Darkness so much. But we'll get to that next time. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing if you really enjoyed it. Consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps her keep being content like this. You can find the links for that in the description, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, World of Darkness, this is rinimt, dreading the next raid.